Hi, Erik.
Hello, Preeti.
How have you been?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. We're going to unravel and talk a lot about 6G, and I'm so curious to hear about this. But in the middle of all of this, I know you've just been in India, and my mother is raving about awesome video calls on 5G right now, and she's completely cut the cord. How was your experience?
It was great. I think India is paving the way when it comes to nationwide 5G, increasingly with Standalone, offering your mother and many, many more Indians a great user experience on their smartphones, but also in their homes. I think cutting the cord here means actually connecting the home with wireless technology, which is a modern and best way to do it. And I think India will continue to lead that because the network is there, good performance. It's opened up with network APIs, programmability. Innovators on top of the platform will start to create completely new services.
And the traffic is going agentic, right? So it's all about agentic use cases, agentic AI, because my own behavioral pattern with smart devices is changing. So what's your theory on agentic AI proliferating use cases?
You seem to be a little bit ahead of the rest of us. I think today I'm enjoying generative AI, and I do it on my smartphone, I do it on my laptop, and it does change the traffic behavior in the network. We already see that traffic in the uplink is doubling compared to what it was before, and it's actually going faster in the uplink than in the downlink. Traffic growth in the uplink is faster. But I use AI in things like wearable glasses, like these AI glasses. And then I get navigation services, I get translation services, and these are Gen AI services that are becoming more useful for me as a user because they are with me all the time. They are real-time services, they add value, and they are easy to wear. So I think AI into wearables is really important. But that gets to your point about agentic AI, because it's not just one application, it's multiple agents interworking to create a great user experience. And these agents, some in the devices, some in the network, some in the back-end data centers, maybe between other devices as well, that is a completely new traffic pattern that we now have to prepare the networks for. So it does come down to agentic AI and very soon physical AI. Think of drones, AGVs moving into humanoids. If it moves around, it needs to be wireless connected. Think about intelligence that is between those devices, those physical AI robots, and of course a network. That is a completely new world. It's in fact an intelligent fabric that is needed to support those kind of applications and use cases.
Now, it's really good that you bring it up because I know we have AI native features in RAN, like AI link adaptation, where we're getting 20% throughput gains and up to 10% spectral efficiency. We also work with autonomous networks and build in a lot of our AI concepts over there. So here's the big question for me. 6G going to be AI native?
It has to be AI native. In fact, when I talk about the networks today already being AI powered, and we have embedded AI capabilities like the capabilities you mentioned. You build more capacity, better user experience, orchestration is powered by AI. All of that is happening now with 5G, and that then paves the way for an upgrade to an AI native 6G. So there's no need to wait for 6G when you're building your business for today's most advanced applications. Yeah.
I love the idea of the glasses, right? So I'm thinking, glasses connected, where does the processing happen? Is it happening in the glass? Is it happening in the RAN? Is it happening in the network? Or is it happening in the data center?
That's the reason why we talk about the network more as a fabric, an intelligent fabric that can handle all of that variability, the flexibility, all those use cases. Some AI will continue to run in a back-end data center. Training for sure is in the back-end. Some of the inference will remain there. Some of that inference will most likely move out to the enterprises, to the edge in the network. And of course some will be done on the devices. But as you go to new form factors like wearables, earpods, glasses, all kinds of sensors, there isn't enough compute capability in that device to do all of this. So you need to offload much of that AI inference, but from the devices into the network. And that is really where the compute part, the inference part, needs to then be co-located with a radio processing, what we do on the core network orchestration side. So the network truly becomes a fabric, an intelligent fabric or a host for some of those AI workloads.
When will we get all of this, Erik?
So 6G is in essence around the corner because we have started standardization, we have shown how we work with partners, test beds, gathering the smartest people in the technology industry as coming together, collaborating to build a strong standard for 6G. And that will also be, as I said, connected to how the world is changing now with AI. So 6G is going to be an enhancement to all of those capabilities that 5G provides today. So I think that what we're seeing now is a gradual change from 5G for best effort applications to more differentiated services, advanced fixed wireless access services, as you mentioned, or it could be anything in the consumer space.
You spoke about all these lovely special functionality we will bring in and the capabilities of 6G, right? So I definitely pulled in uplink, downlink, reliability, latency, security, and then spatial awareness. That's like a new capability. It's like positioning on steroids. It goes all 3D.
It is a new capability, and I think it is really working well in the later phases of 5G and into 6G. So integrating sensing or this commercial radar type of applications on a nationwide basis with communication offers an opportunity to, in an efficient way, create this capability. And to your point, it can be used for example, spotting traffic accidents or spotting things before there are traffic accidents, making sure that you are aware in the city, for example, of all kinds of events, vehicles, pedestrians, animals, and so forth. But it goes all the way to the mission critical, detecting whether there are incoming drones around an airfield where you shouldn't have any drones, for example. Capabilities like that will then be integrated into the communication infrastructure.
So let me try to summarize all of this. So we said 5G, 5G SA, 5G Advanced already lays the foundation. 6G takes it to the next step with new spectrum, new performance capabilities, and we bring in AI nativity in order to be more dynamic in the way the network performs. With all of this and the use cases we're working with, the partners and the ecosystem that we're driving, what role do we play in the industry, Erik?
We have already taken very strong leading roles when it comes to the research part, the standardization that has started now, and moving into working with partners on test beds and maturing the technology. I think there are two aspects of both 5G and 6G which is important to bring together and bring up, and which that is collaboration, how to work across the industry, horizontal architectures, open interfaces, how we build systems as open systems, and that allows partners to provide capabilities, but it also allows this flexibility to deploy in different ways and in a better way open up for innovation on top of the network.
So if I were to summarize this like in one word, it's like AI native 6G supports intelligence use cases by being intelligent itself.
That's a good summary, Preeti. It is about the intelligence within the network, supporting operational efficiency, business growth within the network platform or the intelligent fabric, as I call it, but it's equally much about being the enabler for businesses on top of the network. And of course, we all know that moving from Gen AI to Agentic AI and physical AI is the biggest change in society in our lifetime. And of course, that is where the network have to step up, be ready, be the best network for AI, and be the host for some of these great experiences and business opportunities.
So I guess next time you and I meet, we're going to be discussing how all of this gets into play and when it starts coming out, right?
For sure.
Thanks, Erik.
Thank you.